Hey y'all, and welcome to part 3 of the Asian bonanza, as it were. This is the hot sour soup.
Alright y'all, for this recipe we're going to need about 4 cups of chicken broth, some ground ginger, a green chili, some liquid aminos or soy sauce, the other half of the packages of carrots, mushrooms, and coleslaw mix. Going to need some arrowroot powder, some Bad Byron's butt rub, and some chili sauce.
Let's start off with about, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to get that nice and hot. So once the oil starts to smoke a little bit, I've got 1/2 of a green chili here. You can add the whole thing in if you want. I don't particularly care for it to be too hot. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, a teaspoon of ground ginger, we're going to let that saute up just a little bit here. Then we'll add in our chicken broth. When the garlic looks like this, we can go ahead and add our chicken broth. 4 cups. We're going to let that come to a simmer. Now that we have everything up to a boil, we're going to start adding some more of these ingredients. To this, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili sauce. And I forgot to add this ingredient, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Then 2 tablespoons of soy or aminos, whatever you happen to be using. I'm using aminos because it's good for my diabetes. Want to give that just a little stir here. What's the golden rule in cooking? Always be tasting. Let's give it a little stir here and see where we are as far as the salt is concerned before we go and add something we can't take back. Yeah, we're going to need just a little bit of salt to kind of balance out that vinegar. And I'm going to use Bad Byron's butt rub because it calls for salt and pepper. Why use salt and pepper when you can use butt rub? We're going to go about that much and try again. That was at about half a teaspoon. That's better. That's right on it. Now that we've let that simmer for a little while, we're going to add in the egg and stir it around. Watch carefully. There we go. Look at that. Then we're going to add our arrowroot powder to thicken it. About 2 tablespoons ought to do it. Dissolved in some water. We'll add that in and thicken it up. That ought to do it just fine. To that, we're going to add our vegetables. Now, I left the vegetables for last because, as I've said before, you don't want your vegetables overcooked. We'll add our cabbage. Our carrots. By the way, this is about a cup of each. And the last of our mushrooms from recipe number 1. We're going to let that get back up to a simmer, and then it's done. D-U-N, done. So we've let it simmer here for about 15 minutes. Vegetables ought to be about where I like them. You know, you let it simmer a little bit longer if you like them a little softer. But I think it's time to give it a little taste, don't you? I think so. That right there, that's hardly fit to eat, I'm here to tell you. But I tell you what, I'm going to keep going until I find a good spot. Yes, sir, I am. Let's get that last little bit. That's some tasty goodness your whole family's going to enjoy. You know, listen, if you haven't done so already, and you want to continue seeing content like this, cooking videos, camping videos, do me a favor. Mash that subscribe button, click on the bell icon, give me a big old thumbs up, and leave a comment or two. All those things help me out like you wouldn't believe. I say hardly fit to eat an awful lot, and I try to remember to follow it up with, but I'm going to keep going until I find a good spot. And you know something? That's good advice for life in general. Hey y'all, I have opened a Teespring shop. This is a way for you guys to help support my channel and get some cool stuff in the meantime. Click on the link down in the description there. I've got things like coffee mugs, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, that sort of thing. Give it a look. I sure would appreciate it. Y'all, keep going till you find a good spot. With that in mind, until next time, I love y'all. Go out and be nice to each other. God bless. See you next time. Hey, my fellow campers, y'all looking for a one-of-a-kind camping experience? Then go no further than boondockerswelcome.com. $50 a year gets you some of the most original camping experiences you'll ever have. And after you've paid your $50, every camping experience is free for that year. There's a link in the description, and don't forget to use my coupon code EATINGGOOD at checkout and save 10%.